until this day, I still remember his smile. He was an older guy. He had the nicest smile ever. Hey guys, so today I'm here to just kind of have, I guess, like a moment to talk to you guys about an experience of mine. So summer of 2016, I lost my first patient. That's not one of those things you can like necessarily prepare for. It's not like as nurses we go to work every day and we're like, is it gonna be today? It's not like that. It's just one of those things where, like, you know, it's inevitable, but you kind of don't really prepare for it. The summer of 2016, it was a regular afternoon on my unit. I just did rounds with my patient. They told me I was gonna get a new admission. I said okay, and then it like changed from being an admission to a transfer from a separate unit of higher level care. So the patient came over and got him all situated, and till this day I still remember his smile. He was an older guy. He had the nicest smile ever. Like, he didn't really say a whole lot, but he just would smile real big. So he had only been with me for a short amount of time. He was in his room and he was just relaxing. I came in, I said, hey, I'm going to be your nurse today. Give him the whole spill on that, got him situated, checked for his needs, made sure, his bed alarm was on, everything. And then I went to go and check on the rest of my other patients. So I was in the room with a separate patient when I heard the code. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, not my patient. He just got here, So obviously, as it goes in these situations, all of the nurses were like on it. We go, and I run to the room, and I get there, and my charge nurse is like, they called me from the monitor room and they just said to get in here right away. So we all go in, and as soon as I looked at him, I was like, oh no. Of course, by this time, like, the ER doctors, the pharmacists, the whole team is like just flooding in, and we're getting things going. And I mean, even though I'm not going to mention his name for respect of the family and just for respect of the process period, I'll just skip past the whole coding part, and just move on past that. It's finished, and I'm just like kind of standing there, and everybody's gone on, and they've called it, and it's time for me to get him ready for the next step. So I'm just in here alone. I don't know why I did that. Everybody left, and I took that opportunity to go in alone and kind of just, because it was like surreal to me. I didn't believe it yet. Like, even though I had been there the whole time, I just had to know for sure. So I was just like, start getting him ready, getting his monitor off of him, getting like all of his tubes disconnected, and I'm just looking at him, and then like I looked down at his hand, and like I just held it, and like I just whispered to him, you're gonna be okay now. And from that moment, I just got like the emotions just came out. But then I felt like it was okay because I was alone, but like what I wasn't expecting was like the physician, his main physician, had been informed, and she kind of came in, and I wasn't expecting her to come in, and I just lost it. And she was like, "Oh my God, sweetie, are you okay?" And like, she was very sweet about it, you know. She's like, "You look like you're losing color." And like, so she calls and she's like, "Somebody get her some juice." And I mean, I laugh about that part now, but at the time it wasn't funny at all. But it meant a lot to me that she took the time to do that. And she's like, "You know, he was very sick. There's nothing that you could have done. I mean, we were expecting this. The prognosis was poor. He had denied to have any further things done. You know, it was just one of those situations where like it was inevitable according to her." So, but still, to me, it was like I just kept seeing his smile when I came in to first introduce myself to him. And I just, for the rest of the evening, as I'm like filling out his paperwork and talking to the family, like I just kept thinking about his smile. Like, it had such an impact on me that I wrote like a poem for him, and it's called "Hello, I'll Be Your Nurse Today." And it was just basically about how that experience was for me. But you know, everybody was really sweet about like helping me out and making sure I was okay. But it was just a shock because I didn't expect for it to affect me that much. Like, you know, that these are the kind of things that like they don't prepare you for in nursing school. These are the kind of things that you just have to like experience, and then you get past it, and then you know, you just have to kind of leave it at work and not let it bother you. And that's just something that I think a lot of nurses struggle with, leaving it at work, especially when you have like such sweet patients and you're with them all day and you're just so involved in their care. It's like they almost become like a part of your extended family. But that's just something that's very difficult. But I mean, you know, it took me a minute to kind of, you know, I definitely I didn't want to be like one of those people that just experiences stuff like that and then they're so like desensitized to it that it doesn't even faze them. I can be an emotional person. I have no issue with like feeling things, so that didn't bother me. And to this day I still do, you know, have those certain situations or patients where I'm like, "Oh, this is really sad," or, you know, and I emotionally I feel something. But like I said, I don't think desensitizing yourself is the answer. I think there are other ways to go about it. Like, you know, when you get home, do something fun, do something childish, something that makes you forget about it all, do something exciting. And that's kind of what I try to do. But man, that smile, it's just, I'm not sad about it when I think about it, because when I really start to like thinking about it, I'm like, maybe he knew, and maybe that's why he was smiling. I don't know. We never know. But that was kind of my first experience with losing a patient. Thankfully, thank God, it does not occur very often, but it's just, he was my first one, and so it's just one of those things that like you really kind of don't forget depending on the way that it happened. But I just wanted to come and like share my story with you guys. If there's anybody out there that has had a similar experience and like you're wondering about like how you're feeling about it, I just want to say I feel like it's okay to have an emotion about it. It's okay to not be completely desensitized to it. This is the kind of thing that you just have to take it as it comes, and you'll learn how to deal with it in your own way. But I just wanted to come and talk about that to you guys. Kind of share some thoughts on it, and that's pretty much all I have to say before I start crying.